Chapter 10, Back into the Noise. After 3 weeks on the mountain, Nico walked back down. The world hit him like a wall. The development camp had reconvened for its second session. 50 players on a pristine pitch, coaches with clipboards, parents watching through chain link fences. A scout from a European academy, sitting in a folding chair by the dugout, pretending to look relaxed. The old voice woke up immediately. Scout on the left touchline. He'll see the first 5 minutes most clearly. Lead with the step overs. Don't lose the ball early. Make it count. Perform. Nico stopped in the center circle. He breathed. He felt the ground under his boots. The soft, perfect turf, so different from the concrete of Queens, so different from the rock of the mountain. Cloud, he thought, just a performance cloud. He softened his ankles. He let his shoulders drop. He looked at the pitch, not at the scout, not at the other 50 players, but at the actual space, the actual geometry of the game in front of him. A ball came to him. He took it with one touch with his hip from his center. No hesitation, no letter. He played it into gap that didn't exist yet, but would in a second, and because he had seen the space before it opened. The player who received it looked surprised, good surprised, and Nico moved on, not to be seen, just to be useful, just to play. By the end of the session, he hadn't scored. He hadn't done anything spectacular. He had made 12 correct decisions in 12 difficult moments, and not a single one of them had been designed to impress anyone. Mr. Adeyemi jogged over. He put a hand on Nico's shoulder. "There he is," he said quietly. Nico looked at him. "Who?" The coach smiled. "The player I always thought you were." That evening, Nico went back to the concrete pitch on Junction Boulevard, the one behind the bodega, the one with the cracked surface and the painted goal that was always 6 inches too narrow. A group of younger kids were playing there, 8, 9 years old, loud, chaotic, playing with the full-body joy of people who hadn't yet learned to be afraid of being seen. Nico watched them for a while. Then he walked onto the pitch. "Room for one more?" They looked at him. This older kid in proper boots. And one of them, a small girl with cornrows and a Warriors jersey, held the ball out. "You any good?" she asked. Nico took the ball. He bounced it once on his knee, let it drop, and passed it back to her. Soft, precise, exactly where she could run onto it. She grinned. "Yeah," she said, "you're all right." A player asks, "How do I stay calm under pressure?" The coach says, "Who told you the pressure was the problem?" The nun with the candle. A nun named Chio spent 3 years in a mountain hermitage achieving deep peace. When the time came to return to her village, her teacher warned, "The peace you found here is a seed. Now you must plant it in the noise." She arrived on market day. The crush of voices and the smoke shattered her silence like a dropped bowl. She went back to the mountain. "I cannot do it." Her teacher handed her a lit candle. "Walk to the village. Come back when the candle is still burning." She set off, holding the flame carefully. The wind threatened it. The noise buffeted her, but because her whole attention was on the small living flame in her hands, she moved through the chaos with unexpected steadiness. She returned with the candle still lit. "The flame," her teacher said, "does not need the wind to stop. It only needs you to protect it." "Then what is the flame?" Chio asked. He smiled. "Exactly what you think it is. Talk about it. What is your candle? The quiet thing inside you that makes you a good player, a good teammate, a good person. How do you protect it when the pressure and the noise get loud?" The lesson, the stillness you find in a quiet moment, is real. but it is only the beginning. The real work is carrying that stillness into the noise. The big match, the tryout, the game, where everything feels like it matters. The flame does not need the wind to stop. It only needs you to protect it.